So why is it that people don't achieve their goals, and how is it that you can? It's rather profoundly simple. It's that people are focusing too much on being busy and not enough on being productive. People are thinking tasks rather than goals. People often are talking about how they enjoy their work because it's a nice distraction, a distraction from their life, a distraction from their problems, rather than saying, I need to spend my spare time on working towards my goals, working towards my vision. Because when you start working on your goals and you start thinking goals rather than objectives and tasks, you can then in 1 year achieve more than what most people achieve in probably 10 years. As soon as you start thinking productive and working towards a goal, working towards what you define as success, whether monetary, emotional, family, so on and so forth, when you start working towards a goal, you start to achieve more things. A lot of people say, well, at least you're keeping busy. And it's a bit of a false dichotomy, because I can run around in circles, I can be busy, or I can be very busy running, but I can achieve nothing. I can get no progress, I can get nowhere, but I can be very busy. So it's like, don't think about being busy. Think about working towards your goals. Define your goals. Define what it is. In my case, it's writing books, writing blogs, and writing videos, or creating videos. I've set the goal, set a deadline. I understand how many I've got to create. I'm leveraging what's called Parkinson's law, where as soon as I allot a certain time, like a deadline, a certain amount of weeks or months, my mind will automatically find ways to create what I need to create in that time space. And there's a quote by the American musician or composer Leonard Bernstein. Great plans need two things. Great ideas. I remember I'm butchering it all now. Great ideas need two things: a plan and not quite enough time. So define what you need to do, find a deadline, and then reduce the deadline by a week or 2 or 3, and increase the stuff you want to achieve by 10, 20, 30%. And then you figure out and think very hard, very thoroughly how you can achieve that. And then you start to work towards it. Because as soon as you start working towards a goal, you're happier. You got more success. Don't just be thinking about running in a circle all the time. The majority of people in the world are running in circles. Let them to it. The mass of timid people, let them run in circles. Be focused on your goals and your tasks. Leverage also what is called the Pareto principle. 80-20. People know it's 80-20 principle. 80% or 20%. So it's like saying, it was conceived by an Italian economist in the 19th century when he discovered that 80% of Italy's land was owned by 20% of the people or the families or the divisions or such. So you could say a teacher, 80% of a teacher's headache, say secondary school or primary school, 80% of his headaches will come from 20% of his students. Or if you're driving, let's say you're driving from one city to another, 80% of the congestion will be on the minor roads and the cities. 80% of the going really fast will be on the motorway. 20% of the congestion on the traffic jam will be on the motorway, and 80% of it will be in the city. 80% of your energy, 80% of your goals will be from 20% of your work or 20% of these tasks. 80% of your time will be sat at the computer working on 80% of your goals. 20% of the time will be working on other things that are not necessary, not working towards them. So start to think about goals. Start to think about working towards something. Don't just be busy for the sake of being busy. A few months ago, I met some old people that I've not met in a while, and we were catching up what we're doing, what's happening, and they're talking about. I say what's happening. Writing my first book, so on and so forth, and they say, "Well, at least you keep him busy." And it's like, well, no, that's not really what you want to think about these things. That's like the treadmill, just running on the treadmill. I don't want to be running on the treadmill. I want to be running towards my goals. Don't be busy for the sake of being busy. Work towards your goals. Work towards what your purpose is. Define your vision. Define what you want in life. Break it down, and then extrapolate a deadline. Work towards it, and that's how most people can achieve in 1 year, one calendar year. They can achieve more in that 1 year than what most people, 80% probably, what these 80% of people can achieve in 10 years. My goals for this year, 2017, is to write books, quite a few books, and create quite a few videos. And it's like, I do all that, and it all compounds, and it's all out in the world, and people recognise me, my name comes up in conversations, and before you know it, I have achieved, certainly in like awareness and popularity and sharing my knowledge, for 6 months, 4 months, than what most people can achieve in 4 to 6 years, whether for one reason or another. But the point is, I'm working towards a goal. When you define your goals, work towards them. Don't be busy for the sake of being busy. Wasting time. Anyone can run in circles, as I said. Define your goals and work towards them. Starting to go on a bit of a mini rant here. Define your goals, work towards them. Stop being busy for the sake of being busy. Simple as that. That's how you can achieve what other people don't achieve. That's how you can achieve things. That's how you can achieve things when people don't achieve things, because they're too focused on being busy. They're too focused on fulfilling that. They're too focused on filling the to-do tasks. Chores here, do this, do that, do this, do this. They're spending 80% of their time on 20% of things that will result in their success. Think goals. Work towards your goals. Define them. Break them down. Create a deadline, Parkinson's law, and work towards them. Otherwise, you spend your entire life running in circles, getting nowhere. That's not what I want. And I know deep down inside that's not what you want either. Anyway, if you haven't already, subscribe. There's so much more on the way. So much more on the way.